before we begin this part, I just want to just spend a minute to just appreciate all of you guys that have been supporting me since day one. And no, this is not a bad video or anything. It's just that I've been reflecting a bit, and I've actually went back to my first two ever video, and I remember that the first ever video was a bit before quarantine, coronavirus, all of this, and it was actually in my bathroom. Yes, I was kinda like embarrassed to actually go record, and plus my sisters were in two different rooms and downstairs was my mum, so yeah, I was really embarrassed. But now a few people from my family know, for example my two sisters, and whenever I need to record I have a room to myself. But I just want to appreciate all of you, the 7,739 of you that have stayed with me since day one. And I know some people are still watching me, and some people started since day one and they kept going, and they always pop up with my shenanigans, and I just want to thank all of you, and I really appreciate this. It's nearly been a year, and I just say 1 million views on my channel, which I am really proud of. I've never done this before, and yes, I found a new way of uploading fast using 4G. I've just realized 4G is much faster than my Wi-Fi, and yes, finally you guys will get a few gaming videos, and I promise you guys those will come out at the end of September and during the beginning of October, and not all the times, not daily, like once or two every month or something, but still I will link it. I will link my gaming channel below, and I haven't uploaded at all. I really didn't have the time to, and in the summer I was really burnt out just by recording videos, and I really shouldn't be talking for this long. It's been 2 minutes, but if you listen to this, just put it down in the description, I mean in the comments, and say that you've listened to the intro. Sorry. Anywho, let's get right into it. It's really late in the night and I need to finish this wife ASAP. I need to sleep. I have school tomorrow morning. All the intro. Welcome back, guys. This is the King of Weebs here, and this is what if Naruto escaped the village part 3, and it's really late at night. I have school today, and it's 12:35 a.m. I'm only gonna record a bit, like half of this what if, and go sleep at 1 a.m. or 1:30 a.m. Probably gonna record a lot of it, so tomorrow I don't have much to do after I come back from school. And I only have 3 lessons, and one of them is literally watching a movie, so yeah, I guess I could do it. Anywho, we'll get straight into it. Last time we left off with Tsunade finding out about Sasuke leaving, and she summons Naruto and a few other other genin, for example. No, wait, sorry. Shikamaru's tuning, and Shino's tuning too, and Naruto's one too, but of course he really doesn't count as a villager yet, or a leaf shinobi as of right now. Anywho, since he did enter with the sand village, anywho, that doesn't matter as of right now. Naruto, Shikamaru, Choji, Kiba, and Shino actually made a group this time. Neji wasn't invited. I'm joking. Neji just wasn't needed for this one. Shino's actually stronger than a lot of people, and yeah, they got off on their own, and yes, they got off and chase after Sasuke, and it's already morning and sunrise. The sun is rising, and yes, Sasuke is still in the barrel. Of course, he has to have the pill of death. You know what that is. All of you should know. If you watch Naruto, I'm pretty sure you know. And if you don't remember, it's basically a pill that Sasuke took, because to actually achieve Curse Mark 2, you have to have that. You have to die, basically. Anywho, now Naruto and his team have actually caught up with the Soundful, and Jirobo actually takes on all of them and puts them in a Earth Dome. And of course, in the end, they break out, and Naruto really doesn't have the time for this. Even though he wasn't in the village, he still thinks of Sasuke as one of his own comrades, since he's returning to the village, and since he's been put uh, in charge of this mission. Naruto, yes, has been put in charge of this mission because Tsunade trusts him. He is basically the son of Jiraiya, and she believes in him. And anywho, Naruto cannot let this slide. He cannot allow Sasuke to leave the village now that he's the leader of this team. And what he does is that he tells everyone to come closer, and basically they all come closer. Basically, a little group cuddle. Anywho, no. Anywho, Naruto lets out his lightning to actually destroy the Earth Dome, and basically tells all of them that basically Choji actually says, everyone go, I'll take him on. And basically Naruto says, none of us will go, we'll be fighting him together, we'll destroy him, and there's we have a greater chance of winning if we fight together. And remember, we're ninjas, nothing can be done alone. And basically Shikamaru's exactly Choji, so don't go into a fight blind like this. And basically Choji, alright then. And basically, of course, Naruto actually threw a kunai at Jirobo, which Jirobo really didn't care of, and dodged it. But Naruto actually used body flicker to catch the kunai and throw it in Jirobo's back. And this kunai was actually engulfed with lightning release chakra, which actually paralyzed Jirobo. And this is when Shikamaru took this opportunity to actually shadow possession, use the shadow possession jutsu on him, and was able to stop him in his tracks. And basically Shino used his bugs to even bind him even further in case Jirobo actually does some next up thing. And basically then Kiba uses Fang of Fang, and Choji actually finishes off the fight by actually literally using the human boulder jutsu and killing him. Yes, Jirobo couldn't handle the smoke. Anywho, next it was Taiyu. I'm pretty sure that's her name. You know, the one with the flute. I'm pretty sure you guys remember her. And all of Naruto realized as soon as Taiyu starts using the flute, her flute, Naruto realizes that the flute is basically a way to put people in a genjutsu. And what he does is that he actually now it's Naruto's turn, and what he does is that he creates a lightning, literally a lightning dragon, which comes from the sky, yes, and it creates such a screech, such lightning noise. You know what noise the lightning makes, yes, but it was so loud that it actually it was way louder than the flutes. And Taiyu was pretty much done for. As soon as this dragon was about to hit her, it was gonna be over. And just saying, this is not the Kirin. It does not look like the Kirin. Don't ask how it looks. It's just, imagine an actual dragon, like literally. I'm pretty sure some of you have watched Harry Potter. Imagine a dragon like that, yeah, something like that. Anywho, Naruto slams the dragon on Taiyu, and Taiyu gets one shot. And basically, the only reason Naruto had the upper hand here is because he had the sound of lightning on his side. And remember, a thunder is loud. It's really loud. Anywho, next is Kidamaru, you know, the snake, and all of them have to fight together. And of course, it's actually a really difficult fight, especially because he's really agile, especially since he's a snake, no, a spider. Man said snake, a spider, and he can just swing everywhere. And of course, his arrows are pretty strong. And one of them was about to hit Shino, but of course Shino protected himself with his bugs and destroyed the arrow. And Naruto realized that this is going to be hard, but then Shikamaru actually comes up with a plan, and basically Naruto's like, what do you mean? And basically what's gonna happen is that Naruto will have to engulf, Naruto will have to engulf Shikamaru, not Shikamaru, Choji and the Kiba and Akamaru in lightning, and basically once Kiba uses, Choji's gonna use Fang over Fang, and basically then man said Choji's gonna have to use his human ball jutsu, and Kiba will have to use his Fang over Fang in front of Choji, so he's going to be the first one to attack, to actually decrease his defenses, and basically Choji is going to be the one to finish it, but of course they need people to hold him back, so Naruto, Shikamaru and Shino are going to be the ones to do that. Naruto actually blitzes him and was able to actually cut him, which was more than enough for Naruto to actually paralyze him, and Shino actually used his bug binding. Yes, now Shino can use bugs to bind people, and Shikamaru used the shadow protection jutsu, and basically the Fang of Fang and the human ball the jutsu, and annihilate Kidamaru. Of course, then is Sakon and Ukon, and here is where Sasuke actually came out of his barrel and said, and basically Sakon and Ukon told him that he should just keep going to the field until he sees Kimimaru. Someone he'll basically he's wearing clothes similar to his, and basically Sasuke's like, alright, cool, and basically goes off on his own, and basically Shikamaru now says, Naruto, you go ahead, we'll handle him, and basically Naruto's like, I cannot allow this, and basically Shikamaru's like, you're the leader of this mission. If you do not stop Sasuke now, we will fail the mission, even if we kill this one. And basically Naruto realizes that he's right, and he has to go on his own, and he promises to be back with Sasuke, and basically he tells them not to die on him, and basically they know not that they cannot die, especially because now that some of them became Chunin, like Shikamaru and Shino is now going to go all out because he knows this one must be strong since he's been left for last. And anywho, Naruto reaches Sasuke, and of course he's Sasuke stopped, but of course he gets to the fields where Kimimaru intercepts Naruto, and basically Sasuke goes on his own as Kimimaru told him to, and Naruto starts fighting Kimimaru. Remember, Naruto is actually a lot stronger here, and I'll say that he's actually near enough Jonin, he is Jonin level, but of course Naruto has lightning speed, which is going to be quite helpful, especially in this fight, because Kimimaru will not be able to keep up with Naruto, and Naruto wants to finish this quick, so he goes into his lightning cloak, and just saying it's not the final state of it, it's just the one that you can see, a visible cloak, not the fully KCM looking one, not that, just the cloak where you can see it visibly. And yeah, Naruto was able to blitz Kimimaru and actually punch him once, which sent Kimimaru flying, and he actually hurt Kimimaru, but of course Naruto was bleeding at the same time because Kimimaru actually spawned a few little spiky bones on his cheek right before getting punched by Naruto, and Naruto realized that he got injured at the same time as injuring Kimimaru, and Kimimaru would not be an easy fight. And as soon as Kimimaru recovered, he actually used basically his bone release to actually impale Naruto. Basically he made it so that bones spawned from the ground, and basically Naruto was about to get impaled from the ground, but he was able to dodge right in time. Remember, Naruto has lightning speed, and even if the bone's about to hit his face, he can still teleport away. Not teleport, literally body flicker. And just saying, Naruto's body flicker in this state is literally as good as the flying Raijin, and even though the flying Raijin is more efficient, especially because you can use it without the lightning cloak, and imagine Naruto with the flying Raijin and the lightning cloak. Anywho, Naruto. Yeah, so after this, yes, this is the next day. I just came back from school, and well, it's the same day to be honest, but it is what it is. I am fully energized. I'm going to finish recording, go out, play some football, come back, edit the thing, yeah. And from now on, I'm gonna be uploading 720p videos. You'll find out since yeah, whatever. The next video, this will come out like a day after the whatever. This was for the 12th. No, this is for the This is for the 13th, yeah, on a Saturday. And the only reason I'm saying this right now is because I just came back and I needed to mention this. Anywho, I got faster upload speed thanks to 4G, yeah. I just realized I could use that to upload. And yeah, so let's continue. Sorry, I blabbered on for a minute, but it is what it is. Anywho, now Naruto, who actually was kind of struggling against Kidamaru, and remember Naruto needed to leave the village for 2.5 years, and he cannot leave now, especially because he's been put in charge of a mission, and he wants to finish it, and he left his, well, you know, comrades behind to actually come to get Sasuke, and yeah, Naruto was struggling until Lee actually came out of nowhere and kicked Kidamaru right before he was about to hit Naruto. Naruto was actually off guard for a minute there, and Lee tells Naruto that he can go. And Naruto's like, what do you mean, Lee? I cannot allow you to stay here alone. This guy's a hard fight. And basically then, Lee's like, don't worry, I got this. I'm not as weak as you think I am. And basically Naruto's like, I never thought you were weak. And basically then he's like, then let me fight. And basically Naruto's like, I trust you, Lee. And basically Naruto's like, Naruto's like, I trust you, Lee. And Lee's like, don't worry. And believe in the power of youth. And of course Naruto goes off and catches up to Sasuke and tells him to stop. And just saying, Naruto is bleeding a lot. Like, I mean a lot. Naruto has been stabbed multiple times with the bones. And yes, Naruto's losing a ton of blood. And so it won't be an easy fight. Naruto's losing blood as he was speaking. Anywho, Sasuke says, Naruto, you're no match for me anymore. You're just weak. You do not match up to my standards. And basically Naruto's like, shut up already and come back to the village. And Sasuke's like, I'll just kill you if you get in my way. And basically Naruto's like, you will not. And basically, of course, they start their little fight. Sasuke going into Curse Mode 2 straight away, with Naruto realizing that this is not going to be an easy fight, and he goes into his second state of the cloak. Well, I mean third state of the cloak, because first state is invisible cloak and second state is the visible cloak. But third state is basically Naruto having lightning all around him now, and it's as I said, it's a bit similar to the All for One full cowling, if you guys have seen that. Anywho, Naruto used the Rasengan. Yes, Naruto knows the Rasengan, as I said before, and tries to hit Sasuke with it, but Sasuke flies away. Sasuke can fly, remember. And Naruto realizes that this is not going to be an easy fight, so he body flickers behind Sasuke, and Naruto's laying out a ton of lightning, and he's actually pretty pissed right now. And his eye is actually the Nine-Tails' eye right now. He's not laying out any of the Nine-Tails chakra, because Naruto has learned that he can use a bit of it, and Naruto right now he's too injured to use more of it, and he's weak. If he uses too much of the Nine-Tails chakra, just a little slip up with the chakra, he will let the Nine-Tails will take over. There's no way he can allow that, so he's using the minimum amount of chakra he can use, and here's what it is. Naruto has an upper hand right now until Sasuke actually starts tryharding. Yeah, Sasuke was actually holding back a bit and realizing that he is actually a bit stronger than Naruto in the state. But now that Naruto is taking the upper hand, he realizes that he has to go all out, and they're actually matched up equally. The fight keeps going for a bit. A lot of taijutsu skills going here, but Naruto realizing that this fight is going to be a win for Sasuke, since he's losing chakra, blood, and he's going to die at this point. He realizes that he has to go all out, and oh god damn it, I hurt myself. And he sorry, Naruto now uses his full power and realizes he cannot go into the final state of the cloak because he doesn't have enough chakra. So Naruto then realizes that the only way he can beat Sasuke, and just saying, Naruto has been losing chakra, Naruto actually decides to actually ask the Nine-Tails to give him chakra, and the Nine-Tails says, oh, so you have chosen me, huh? And basically Naruto's like, shut up and give me your chakra, and basically starts taking it, and the Nine-Tails gives him more and enough to actually Naruto get to Two-Tails, which is much stronger than Sasuke now. But since Naruto has no chakra left, it's just the Nine-Tails' chakra, and it's going to be hard for Naruto. It's going to be hard for Naruto to beat Sasuke, especially because the Nine-Tails taking control of him and he's getting more and more chakra. But of course, Naruto actually he's not even in his cloak anymore, so his speed is actually much slower. He's actually much slower now, and Sasuke was actually able to get a lucky hit in
right where Kidamaru stabbed Naruto and where Naruto was losing the most blood from, with a Chidori, and stabbed him right in the stomach, where Naruto now is actually starting to heal straight away. But still, Sasuke takes this opportunity to actually finish the fight and stab Naruto right near the heart, not in the heart, near the heart. Naruto nearly died here, and the Naruto's couldn't give him any more chakra, and his chakra started fading away, and still healing Naruto. And when Sasuke pulled out his hand, Naruto fell to the ground. And just saying, the blood loss. What am I doing? Of course, the Naruto was able to stop the bleeding because of the chakra still being there, slowly fading away. But Naruto was not fully healed and was left there with a hole in his chest, without bleeding, of course, but still, a bit of his a bit of his tissues and muscles started regrowing thanks to the Naruto's chakra. But since Naruto is unconscious, he cannot take control and heal Naruto and beat Sasuke. Sasuke leaves and says, "You're not even part of this village. Who do you think you are? You damned, you loser." And basically, he leaves and just saying, Naruto, right before he fully, even though he's unconscious, Naruto was actually dying. Yes, Naruto was dying, and this is when Naruto realized that this is it. There's no way he can survive anymore. He survived long enough. And just saying, there's still an hour or so till the rest actually arrived to search for Naruto, and within this hour, Naruto actually was about to die. But then Naruto, who was ready to die, ready to go to limbo, still wanted to have another chance. He hears a voice in his head. It wasn't the Naruto, it wasn't anyone he knew, but it was actually Agoromo. Yes, the Sage of Six Paths could not let Naruto die here, and so he actually healed Naruto's wounds and every wound, and actually talked to Naruto and asked him what his ideals and dreams are. And Naruto says, "I want to make a better world where hatred doesn't exist." And basically, Agoromo's that, "You really remind me of my son." And basically, Naruto's like, "Just who are you?" And basically, Agoromo introduces himself as the Sage of Six Paths. And Naruto has heard of the Sage of Six Paths, especially because he's been with Jiraiya, and Jiraiya has told him tales from when he was a kid. And yes, Naruto was actually confused why is he someone weak as him, someone who's not even a sage, someone not worthy. He doesn't believe Naruto's worthy. Naruto does not believe he's worthy to meet someone like him, and he's like, "But why me? Why are you talking to me? I don't believe that I'm worthy to talk to someone like you." And basically, the Sage class, Hagoromo was like, "It's not who you are, it's who my son chose. It doesn't matter if you don't think you're worthy. I believe you're worthy. And if my son chose you out of all the candidates, you must be special." And basically, Naruto's like, "I don't understand. What do you mean?" And basically, Hagoromo explains the whole entire background story. And basically, Naruto understands that the reincarnation of Indra is actually Sasuke. But Sasuke cannot, and basically Hagoromo was like, "I cannot reach Sasuke yet. His heart is still in a state that I cannot interfere with." And basically Naruto's like, "But why are you here?" And basically Hagoromo now explains everything, that Naruto cannot die, and explains that basically his mother is actually going to get revived soon. And Naruto has already knows about Kaguya now, and he's like, "Wait, what? But if you're not alive, or your brother, how are we meant to stop him?" And basically Hagoromo's like, "I don't know. That's for you to find out. But I shall give you one of the seals, and if Sasuke Uchiha cannot fulfill his duty, I shall give you the rest of my power, so you can stop Kaguya, my mother, on your own." And basically Naruto's like, "But wait, what?" And basically Hagoromo says, "I do not have much chakra left, so this won't be much." But it's not true. Naruto gets an immense amount of an immense boost, and basically Naruto still becomes Naruto still gets Six Path Sage mode, even though it's different. It's not with his normal Sage mode. He still needs to learn his own Sage mode, even though Naruto already has it. already has the summoning jutsu and everything, he still learned Sage Mode soon, and Naruto got universal universal understanding, and he still got the link to the other tail beast, not with the Jinchuriki, just the other tail beast, and basically Naruto can use the power somehow, and the other tail beast actually respect Naruto. Kurama, he was actually inside Naruto, he was like, wait, what is this power? And basically he can feel the power of his father, someone that someone that he vividly remembers, and even this chakra. Naruto now wakes up to see that it's been a while, it's raining, and Sasuke's headband was there, and basically Naruto actually wears it, just like just like Boruto did, and it's that, I'll bring back Sasuke. After all, he's gone through the same pains as me, hasn't he? And basically, the only reason Naruto now understands is because, remember, when Naruto became a sage, he understood Sasuke better. He understood his pain, and realized that Sasuke has gone through way too much pain to actually for Naruto to actually understand him until he became a sage. And basically, remember, for Naruto to understand Naga's pain, it was said that he would have had to go through an entire war, which he had gone. But of course, Sasuke has gone through a lot more pain, more pain than what Naruto went through. Not only in the original Sasuke lost his parents, he lost his whole clan, but then he himself killed his brother, his brother killed the clan only to protect him, and then he had to go through the pain of actually meeting his brother again, and basically seeing all the true events, and basically still becoming good. You see how much pain Sasuke had to go through. There is a lot of pain there, and we will never be able to understand, because we will never go through that. Hopefully we will never go through that. Like, there are no clans or anything, but still, hopefully we'll never go through, seeing our, you know what I mean. Anywho, now Naruto actually wakes up and realizes that all his teammates are actually injured. Naruto has immense amount of sensory abilities, and he can feel Sasuke's chakra, but he realizes that Sasuke needs to grow on his own, and if he brings him back right now, Sasuke will not be able to understand. And just saying, Naruto having universal understanding, he doesn't know why Itachi killed the clan, but still, since Naruto sincerely knows that Sasuke needs to grow on his own, and the village will not be able to help him at all, so he lets him go and says, I'll bring you back to the village one day, Sasuke. There's no way I can leave you with Orochimaru for too long. And basically Naruto only wants to go, does this because he still wants to go on his 2.5 year training, because he doesn't know how strong Sasuke could get. He could get stronger than what he is right now. And just saying, Naruto is nowhere near as strong as the the original Naruto after the war, or after he got the actual Sage of Six Paths boost. He's actually just about strong as KCM 2 Naruto, without Sage Mode. And remember, that means he's not as strong as Sage Mode KCM Naruto, or Sage of Six Paths Sage Mode Naruto, or KCM Sage of Six Paths Sage Mode Naruto, or you know what I mean. So he's nowhere near that strength, but still, him having KCM 2 strength right now without even KCM, it's a big improvement. And just saying, Naruto cannot use all that strength yet. He needs to unlock it bit by bit. That's what Hagoromo told him. So he doesn't get the boost straight away, just like in the original. Naruto has to train hard over the next 2.5 years to unlock bit by bit, the chakra bit by bit. But of course, Naruto has basically, Naruto hears another voice, and this time he knows this voice, and he's like, what do you want, Nine Tails? And basically Naruto's going to go, is actually going to go help his teammates. And just saying, Choji, he was actually, just saying, his whole team actually were able to beat, his team, the team was actually able to beat Sakon and Ukon. Now they were actually fighting Kimimaru, and just saying, now Shikamaru, all of them had to go all out. Choji still used the red pill and still nearly died. And yeah, so Lee nearly died again. And of course the Sand Trio actually came to help, which wasn't enough. And of course Kimimaru actually died out of his illness. And since he was fighting too much, and basically Kimimaru died on the spot, with them actually barely surviving. But now Naruto arriving, Naruto actually healed, what's it called? Choji, and healed all their injuries. And yeah, of course, Naruto's like, we're heading back to the village, and basically he's like, where's Sasuke? And Naruto explains everything that happened. He doesn't explain the thing. He explains that Sasuke was actually able to escape, and Orochimaru was there, and Naruto knew that he was never going to be Orochimaru, and that's a lie, to be honest. But still, he couldn't tell them the truth that he basically died and came back to life. He cannot tell them, but Orochimaru actually is suspicious. And just saying, when Naruto actually returned to the village, of course, Tsuki was there, and just saying, Tsuki actually was really worried about Naruto, and Naruto's like, it's fine, Tsuki, don't worry. And remember, Naruto and Tsuki are still in well, you know, they still like each other, but of course Naruto cannot tell anyone, and Tsuki doesn't want to tell anyone either, since remember, her father is really strict. And anywho, now Naruto, well, Naruto gets actually intercepted by well, right before he was about to go and report the mission. Well, you know, the outcome of the mission. He actually got stopped by Shikamaru and asked Naruto, "I need to talk to you in private." And Naruto's like, "All right, let's go." And basically, Shikamaru took him pretty far from the village, and it was actually not pretty far from the everyone, and it was actually in the forest. And of course, Naruto's like, "What do you need, Shikamaru?" And Shikamaru's like, "Why are you lying? It's not true that you weren't able to get Sasuke back because Orochimaru was there, remember." And basically, Naruto says, it's true, I'm not lying. And basically, the Shikamaru's like, "You cannot hide this from me, Naruto. Tell me what really happened." And Naruto now realized that Shikamaru was too suspicious, and he cannot leave him in the dark, especially because Shikamaru would tell people, and he doesn't want people to like find out that, think bad of Naruto and think that he's weak or anything. And it's not that he doesn't want people to think that, but he doesn't want people to blame them lot. And remember, the third Hokage died for while stealing most of Orochimaru's strength away, and so Naruto knew that well, it was pretty far-fetched, and the others only believed it because they trusted Naruto. But of course Naruto lied to them, and basically now Naruto had to explain everything. Naruto explained from the very beginning. Once he actually started fighting Sasuke, he literally, as I said, bit by bit in detail, and took him quite a bit. And then basically Shikamaru was like, "How can I trust this?" And basically Naruto then says, "Well, if you cannot trust me, you don't have to believe me." And basically Shikamaru's like, "Prove it then. Prove me that this is true." And Shikamaru actually does want to believe it, but he needs proof, and he cannot like believe all of this because it is pretty far-fetched. Naruto meeting the sages class, and basically Naruto's like, "All right, do you think a normal human being can do this?" And basically Naruto actually starts flying. Remember, Naruto, even though he has to unlock his power bit by bit, flying is something that he just understood how to do from the very beginning, and so he started flying. And Shikamaru realized that Naruto wasn't lying, and Shikamaru has heard stories about the Sage of Six Paths and him being all like literally the strongest person ever, and him having literally all the techniques in the world, and maybe even being able to fly or something like that. And remember, he was able to make the moon, so flying wouldn't be too far-fetched for the Sage of Six Paths to be able to do. And Naruto that now has this, and basically Naruto's like, and plus I healed all of them with one little touch, and this is what the Sage of Six Paths gave me. And of course he shows his seal, on his hand, and basically the seal would still stay forever. Naruto can get stronger thanks to it, especially because the seal is literally has literally Ashura's strength. And basically Naruto can, once he becomes a sage, will actually able to utilize Ashura's chakra, something that I thought that he could have done, but of course he didn't. And remember, Ashura had wood style, and he had true seeking orbs, and Naruto does get the true seeking orbs, but they disappear straight away, and Naruto will only able to unlock them once Kurama actually makes a pact with him. And just saying, when I said the voice that was actually talking to him was the Nine Tails, asked Naruto, "Did you really meet father?" And basically Naruto then says, "Oh, you mean the Sage of Six Paths, Super Grand Sage?" And basically Kurama's like, "Yeah, him. What did he tell you? You were dying. What happened?" And basically Naruto basically said everything, and Kurama's like, "So you are the chosen one after all. You're the chosen one." And basically Naruto's like, "What do you mean chosen one?" Basically Kurama explains that if the Sage of Six Paths helped him out, and even his son decided to reincarnate into him, it means that he must be the chosen one. He must be the child of prophecy that he's been hearing about from a lot of people. And over these years, people were talking about, sages were talking about, and basically Kurama was like, child of prophecy, my ass. And basically the only reason he's saying that is because he hates humans. But of course now that his own creator decided to help Naruto, he believes in this, and he's like, maybe you are the child of prophecy. And basically Naruto has heard this from Jiraiya too, saying that Naruto was the child of prophecy, and he was confused, but it is what it is. And just saying, Naruto still thanks Gaara for helping him, but it is what it is. Now Naruto actually gives the report to Tsunade, and Tsunade says, you tried your best, we'll bring back Sasuke another time. And basically Naruto says, I gotta leave now, I need to go back to Jiraiya Sensei or father. And basically Tsunade wishes him luck, and basically of course Naruto goes off on his own and finds Jiraiya. Jiraiya's like, oh Naruto, you're back. And basically Jiraiya was going to go pick up Naruto, but of course Naruto came on his own, and they crossed paths whilst Jiraiya was going on his way. But it is what it is. Now Naruto explains that he needs to train hard and he needs to become stronger. And basically Jiraiya's like, so you've been motivated again after this. And basically Naruto's like, it's no joke. And basically he wants to tell Jiraiya, but he doesn't know how to tell him. And basically Naruto says, can I go learn sage mode? And basically Jiraiya's like, oh, you want to learn sage mode? But I don't believe you're strong enough. And Naruto's like, then how about we have a sparring session? If I can get close to beating you or beat you in the first, you'll teach me, right? And basically Jiraiya's like, yeah, sure, okay. And just saying, remember, Naruto has universal understanding. That's something that came, like, literally as a starter pack. Anywho, since Naruto knew how to flash straight away, he still knows a thing. He still has universal understanding, but it doesn't mean he can use all the chakra he's been given, because his body cannot handle it in the first place, and he needs to get stronger to use it. Anywho, now Naruto has been actually sparred with Jiraiya, and during the sparring session, Naruto was using Naruto's taijutsu had even greater finesse and even greater strength. And just saying, Naruto tried actually realized that Naruto understood once Jiraiya actually used the jutsu, Naruto understood straight away what the jutsu is composed of. And just saying, the jutsu was actually the first he used toad style, the toad oil jutsu, and then he used the fireball jutsu, and which made a stronger fireball. And basically Naruto realized that the toad oil jutsu is has sage chakra in it, has nature energy in it. And basically Naruto's like, oh, understood. And basically is that he actually realizes that if you can understand that, that means you can understand this bit. And basically what he does is that he adds lightning release to his chakra, to his Rasengan. And remember, Naruto has tried that before, in his training, but he has always failed. And if I did give it to him, I'm sorry, I forgot. And sorry guys, I delete my scripts, but I will not do any more from the 30th of September, because I am getting an iPad. Yes, I invested in an iPad, not only for YouTube but also for my studies, and I'm going to be saving everything there. And in case I forget something, I shall be reading it again, since reading is much faster than listening to myself talking for an hour. Anywho, now Naruto who has been training with Jiraiya, was actually sparring with Jiraiya. He actually threw the Vanishing Rasengan. He actually disappeared. And Naruto's like, just as is expected. And basically then he hit Jiraiya right in the face, and Jiraiya was startled. But then Naruto actually came out of nowhere with a Rasen Shuriken, and Jiraiya's like, what? How? What? And basically Naruto's like, if this hits, you die, Jiraiya Sensei. And basically Jiraiya's like, alright, so let's stop. And basically Naruto, what he done is that he actually threw it up in the sky, and he exploded. And basically Jiraiya saw the explosion and the amount of chakra point that, and basically he's like, how did you learn this, Naruto? And basically Naruto explains everything that happened, and Jiraiya's like, I understand, so you were the child of prophecy. And basically Naruto's like, well, you see, I need to get stronger because I need to beat the Nine Tails, and need to start using its chakra. And basically the Nine Tails would want to give the chakra to Naruto straight away, but still he wants to test out Naruto. He wants to still he wants Naruto to prove himself to him, and he wants to see if he's truly worthy of being able to work with the Nine Tails. And Naruto's sure. And of course Naruto, for the next 6 months, he actually spends it in Man Yoboku. He's actually able to learn Sage Mode within a week. And the next 6 months, Naruto has only been training over and over again. And it's just saying, he's been left there alone. Jiraiya actually went back with Haku and Zabuza. Remember, they're still there. And Naruto has actually asked Haku to train him once after the 6 months. And basically Haku trained him for the next 6 months. And Naruto had not only the Toads to teach him, but now Naruto has Sage Mode, 6-pass Sage Mode. and he has basically he's still training to master the nine tails' strength, and just saying Naruto will not do that until he believes he's worthy enough or he's ready, and he does not believe he's ready yet. Even though he has a lot of power and strength, he doesn't know how strong Sasuke has been getting. But of course, since Naruto is so strong, I want to make Sasuke stronger, and so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make Sasuke actually learn Sage Mode. Yes, I know this is controversial. Some people don't like Sasuke getting powers for some reason, but even I never really like making Sasuke that overpowered, but I should, since Naruto is way too overpowered right now. And anywho, during this 1 year, Sasuke masters Snake Sage Mode, and he creates the Kirin easily, and also Sasuke was actually able to get Hashirama cells from from Orochimaru, and the only reason Orochimaru actually gave it to him is because the only reason Orochimaru has the Hashirama cells is, remember, the Sharingan arm was actually made from Hashirama cells, and who made the Sharingan arm? Orochimaru. So technically Orochimaru could have just kept some Hashirama cells to himself, and he actually gave them to Sasuke because he actually wants Sasuke to become as strong as possible, because he wants his body. He's a pedophile. I'm joking. Anywho, of course Sasuke was getting stronger and stronger, and he got a ton of Hashirama cells. He's not he actually got as much as what's the name Madara, but he doesn't have his face on his chest. He actually asked Orochimaru to prevent that from happening, and just saying Madara is not some next up scientist, but Orochimaru actually found a way. And Sasuke now actually has wood release, and don't ask, like, literally, you guys will understand. I am going to make both these characters so overpowered. There's going to be such a big power creep. But of course, Naruto, now being a sage, he actually gets to unlock Ashura's chakra, and even Sasuke, being a sage, he was able to unlock Indra's chakra, and he actually got the understanding of the Mangekyo Sharingan. And basically Sasuke is how can I unlock this, until one night, and this was like 6 months after, 1 year and a half gone, and just saying Naruto has been training with Haku for Zabuza now, and Naruto now has become a master of a sword. It was actually a small katana, not a big sword like the executioner's blade, but still Naruto is now a master of the sword as well, and he keeps it in the scrolls, so in case he needs it. He doesn't really like using the sword much, but he said he wants to learn as many techniques as possible, as many skills as possible, and he still has a year left. Anywho, during this time, Tsuki and Sakura have actually been training to actually master medical ninjutsu, and Tsuki's making big progress, and especially because she's a Hyuga. She's been training a ton, and just saying the Hyuga clan has actually changed after a bit, and she's been training real hard, and she's actually become the strongest Hyuga right now. Well, nah, the second strongest. Neji's still the strongest Hyuga, but still Neji actually trained hard enough to actually become the strongest. But Tsuki could beat Neji if she really tried hard, and just saying Tsuki has been hiding something, but same as Neji. Neji has been hiding a new technique that he created, and it's basically a rotation 64 palms, which is basically him being able to actually use the 64 palms with rotation at the same time, so he can use it in not only in like one opponent, but multiple opponents at the same time, and it's really fast. And Tsuki has been training with Tsunade, of course, and Sakura, so she has the superhuman strength as usual. Anywho, of course, they're all pretty strong, and Shikamaru, who now knows that, still went through the pain of nearly losing his comrades, and yes, he's been training real hard, and he has actually become way stronger here, and he knows he's pretty much one of the strongest ninjas in the village, and he actually got promoted to Jonin. Yes, Shikamaru is now a Jonin. That's how strong he is, but still he wants to stay in Team 10. He wants to see his teammates become Jonin too, and they're all Chunin now. Naruto's the only one who's still a Genin. And just saying, Naruto still has the headband, Sasuke's headband, and he uses that. He keeps it on his arm, because Sasuke never really used the headband, and he will never do, while Naruto always had one, and this is his replacement. And basically, this is the headband that Sasuke basically gave to, Boruto. Anywho, after this, Naruto spends the next 6 months just doing missions to find out where Sasuke is, but nothing comes out of it. Anywho, Naruto tries to sensing Sasuke's chakra, but Orochimaru has actually put well, he's actually in his hideout where people cannot sense people's chakra unless they're inside of it. Anywho, that means Naruto spends the next 6 months doing nothing, pretty much searching for Sasuke in vain. But now it's time for him to return to the village, and of course, Haku and Zabuza will actually join the Leaf Village from this day onwards. And of course, they walk in, and yeah, Naruto gets greeted by Tsuki, which Tsuki was actually waiting for Naruto's arrival, and she's finally arrived. And basically, Naruto's sorry it took so long. And basically, they go to the Hokage's office, and still, the Hokage now, basically Tsunade, accepts, gives Haku and Zabuza, and just saying Naruto has actually learned a few new jutsus. For example, ice release jutsus. Yes, Naruto has that. Anywho, Naruto is now back in the village. Of course, still sees that Shikamaru's with the Temari, and that ship goes on as always. And of course, now Naruto hangs out with Tsuki for the rest of the day, and sees Sakura, and basically Team 7 is made again, basically a different Team 7, and basically Naruto replaces Sasuke, and since Tsuki and Sakura are still there, yes, this is the new Team 7. And of course, Tsunade still makes them do the test, and basically Naruto actually has a little bit of a connection with, Kakashi, since Kakashi is his father's student, and just saying Naruto has found out about his true father. And anywho, now Naruto is happy to have his father's student as his teacher and as his new sensei, and he is really happy to see Kakashi, and he's they socialize for a bit, and of course their exam begins as usual. Anywho, the bell test is much different here, and Naruto, Tsuki, and Sakura are still in the same team, and basically, of course, they all spread out, and Naruto already knows that Kakashi has a Sharingan, so he tells his teammates that of course Naruto still got him a gift, the same book. Anywho, Tsuki and Naruto actually find each other in the woods, and basically Naruto tells her his plan, and basically they go to Sakura and basically start working together. Since Tsuki was actually searching for Naruto, and basically Naruto was searching for her, and basically Sakura, Sakura was searching for them too. Anywho, they find each other, and basically Naruto explains that he has a plan in his mind, and basically that always there, and basically Naruto brings out, basically he says, I'll be using this kunai, and basically I'll throw it, and Naruto has basically the flying Raijin kunai, but it's basically a decoy. Naruto only has that because Jiraiya gave it to him, because his father gave it to him, but Naruto has never learned the flying Raijin because he doesn't have to. Naruto has the lightning cloak, and it's more than enough for him. And just saying, Naruto can go KCM1, but he's never gone into it because he doesn't feel like he's ready yet. Anywho, Naruto threw the kunai, and Kakashi, seeing what type of kunai is, he straight away brings out his Kami. Yes, he's actually using his Kami because he wants to fight at full strength. And basically after this, just saying, Kakashi has been training with the Sharingan. Yes, he's Kami too, and he finds out about it, and he's actually near enough paying out Kakashi. And anywho, Naruto, who actually used the body flicker to actually go in front of Kakashi, and he's actually using his full counting like mode, using the full state of the now the states are actually different. Naruto actually has the cloak, and its first state is the invisible cloak of lightning, and then second state is that the Naruto full cowling, basically lightning all around him, and basically his hair glowing, and basically the all lightning basically going all around him, you know what I mean. And then third state is the cloak showing, and the full state is basically a blue KCM. Anywho, now of course with Naruto's normalized, and now Naruto basically using his second state of the cloak, and being faster than everyone there, he was actually about to Rasengan Kakashi, but then Kakashi was actually able to Kami the Rasengan away, and Naruto was confused on what happened, and basically Kakashi actually kicked him in the face, and Naruto went flying. But then at the same time, Sakura actually came out of nowhere and actually punched the ground, and Naruto was like, holy damn. And basically Kakashi was able to dodge that, but of course, Tsuki has the same exact strength, a bit stronger though, and she was actually using her Byakugan, and she actually punched Kakashi right in his chakra point, which should have ended the fight, but Kakashi turned into a clone and well, turned into a log of wood, and basically Naruto then realizes that Kakashi is actually behind Tsuki and basically wants to knock her out, but Naruto actually came in the way, and basically what he did is that he actually had the Rasengan ready and smashed it into Kakashi's chest, well, not chest, stomach, and Kakashi went flying, and Sakura actually punched him in the stomach again, and Kakashi was out, literally running low on chakra already because he's been using the Kami, and he wasn't fast enough to actually Kami away Naruto's Rasengan then, but his way is, and basically now Tsuki actually used the 64 palms to actually block Kakashi's chakra points for, and Naruto took the 2 bells and gave them to his teammates, and basically they passed. And of course, that was an easy fight for Team 7. And just saying, Team 7 is actually the strongest team now, since they have 2 healers and they have 1 overpowered guy. Anywho, now Naruto, of course, still takes the day off. Well, not they don't really have missions, but of course the rest of the day he spends it with Tsuki, and of course they get to socialize with each other. And Tsuki asks Naruto how his training has been, and basically Naruto's like, there's a lot of things that I've learned and I haven't really got to use them, but it is what it is. And basically, of course, the next day Tsuki actually left her home. Yes, Tsuki actually slept in Naruto's place. Yes, Naruto actually bought a place for himself. Remember, he's staying in the village, and nothing happened, of course. She just stayed over, and basically, now, the next day, they were actually called, Naruto was actually called into the Hokage's office, and basically, they were told about, you know, Gaara's kidnapping, well, not kidnapping, Gaara's capture, and basically Naruto got pretty pissed, and basically is that, we're going now, right? And basically, Tsunade is that, yeah, you are, but you're not going alone. And basically Naruto then saw his teammates walking in, and basically they were ready to go on the mission. Naruto's like, alright then, so Team 7 shall go, right? And basically then Tsunade is like, yes, and as soon as Team Guy returns, I shall send them as backup. And basically Naruto is ready. I'm just saying, Naruto right now, he's actually on the level of each Akatsuki member. Of course, he could be stronger, but he'd rather not use the 3rd state of his cloak and the 4th state of his cloak, same as any powers that the Sage of Success gave him. Only the strengths, only the powers that he learned on his own, and he doesn't want to fly or anything. He believes that he should save all of this just for Sasuke, because he knows that Sasuke is actually getting strong on his own. And Naruto, who has been able to actually unlock Ashura's chakra. Naruto actually has the that thing that Ashura had, you know, the ball where multiple Rasengan were, and basically even the Amaterasu couldn't stop it. Basically, he just destroyed the protection, and basically multiple Rasengan hit Indra. But of course, Naruto also has the truth-seeking orbs, and he doesn't use them. And not only unlock them, even without unlocking KCM, the only reason is because he actually has access to KCM, because Kurama allows it. But of course, Kurama is not out of his cage yet, and he still doesn't have KCM too. He could go KCM, but he never uses it, and he never even went into it, even though Kurama told him about it. Anywho, Kurama still gave the name to Naruto. Naruto's alright, Kurama, I'll fight you when I'm ready. And then, anywho, Naruto's going at full speeds, and his team are actually following him. And basically, they arrived there just like in the original, with Temari as well. Temari being alerted, and Temari was on the way of going anyways. And of course, the heel conqueror, Tsuki and Sakura were able to find an antidote together, a stronger one as well. So it lasts for a lot longer, and since there were 2 of them, they were actually able to create more of them. And of course, Chio still came with them, and found out about and basically once they arrived, it took 3 days for them to arrive, and Gaara was dead already. Gaara's tail beast was attracted, and basically Naruto kept calm. Remember, he is basically now that he has he's a sage, he actually keeps calm, and basically since he has Ashura's basically you know, mindset, is that alright, okay, let's not go rampage. And basically he blitzes Deidara, because he knows that Deidara was basically, the Sand told him that the one with blonde hair was the one to capture him, and basically Naruto blitzed him with Erosen Shuriken, and basically Deidara was actually able to dodge it, fortunately, or he was about to get annihilated, just like Kakashi did in the original. But of course, Deidara took Gaara's body and basically ran away, and Naruto said, alright guys, I'll go get him. And basically Kakashi does not know about Naruto actually being able to control the Nine Tails' strength. He hasn't been told anything about the Nine Tails, so he actually follows them and basically leaves Chio, Sakura, and the Tsuki on their own, and basically they're more than capable enough to take on Sasori. And since there's basically two Sakuras, just that one is even stronger than normal Sakura in the original, the fight would be much easier for them and much less stressful and much hurtful for them, because they would have got hurt in this fight. Anywho, Naruto actually chased down Deidara and still got to actually annihilate him. No, not in the original, he never got to annihilate him. Naruto actually blitzed Deidara and was able to take Gaara away by cutting the whatever Deidara was on and its legs, and basically Naruto then basically created a Rasen Shuriken and told Kakashi to get away, and basically Kakashi said, we start. Then basically Naruto threw it and Kakashi got out of the way, and Deidara, who actually escaped right last moment, no one really saw. Naruto put quite a bit of chakra there and annihilated him to an extent that basically everything was gone, and they thought that Deidara's body couldn't handle it, and he got the moleculized. That's not a word, but anywho, Deidara actually escaped, and this time he still has an arm. Anywho, he goes back to Toby, and once Naruto actually returns with Gaara and Kakashi, the Sasori got annihilated, and of course he gives the information about the meetup with Orochimaru. Of course, Naruto goes back to the Sand Village, and basically in the end, Naruto couldn't save Gaara, and he let one of the tail beasts get sealed away. And of course, Chio still gives her life up for Gaara, and blah blah blah. This ended the same way. Anywho, now Naruto actually goes off on the mission to see Orochimaru, and this time they don't take Yamato or anyone, because Naruto says that there's no need. He actually has. He doesn't need. Well, he has Nine Tails at bay, and basically the Nine Tails says at bay Naruto, and basically Naruto's at shush. Anywho. Now they go with Kakashi, Sasuke. To find Sasuke, they go with Kakashi, Sakura, Tsuki, and Naruto. And still, the fight against Orochimaru commences with Naruto actually being able to annihilate Orochimaru. But of course, Orochimaru is much stronger than what you think he is, and he goes all out. And Naruto uses his ice release to counterrupt the Orochimaru's snake, whatever jutsu he used. Snake wave. I'll call it that. And Naruto throws all the snakes, and there was a bit of would you say steam? Whatever. Anywho, Orochimaru actually used the fireball jutsu, a massive one, to actually melt the ice, and with that steam, Orochimaru and Kabuto were able to actually escape. And that's called steam. I meant, like, when like Todoroki when he did his ice avalanche or something, there was a lot of like cold air. There we go, cold air, whatever. Allow me. I am dumb. I'm dumb. Anywho, and now Naruto follows them to the hideout, and of course Sai's not in here, so it is what it is. And they find Sasuke, and Sasuke being just a bit weaker than Naruto, yes, even though Naruto has all those techniques, the true seeking orbs. Sasuke actually has awakened the monk at Kishanga, because one night he actually woke up after having a nightmare, and basically not a nightmare, literally seeing his parents dying over and over again. Basically this nightmare was him being genjutsu'd by Itachi all over again when he was a kid, and basically he woke up to see that his eyes had a different power, and don't ask me how, this is just for plot convenience, and it is what it is. Now Sasuke also has Hashirama cells, and he can use wood release, and basically uses wood release to actually escape Naruto and them. And Naruto's confused on how he has wood release, because he knows that Indra never had wood release, while Ashura actually had wood release, and he could use it too, but he never learned it. And basically he realizes that wood release is actually really strong, and he needs to learn it too. But it is what it is, and this is where I'm going to end it off. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please, this was a part that I actually enjoyed making, and yes, anywho, I want to thank you guys again for all the support you've been giving me over these past however many months I've been doing YouTube for. And also, we just I think I forgot to mention this, but we just hit 1 million, yes, I repeat, 1 million not subscribers, guys, 1 million views. And also I am on 7.77k subscribers, and I'm grateful to you guys. And also I finished What If Naruto Isolated Himself in 5 days I went from part 1 all the way to part 5, and now we are on Wife Hashirama. I kept the BG, and of course I ended it. Part 6 will be coming out before this one, and you will see part 6. This is for Saturday, and I will be finishing this wife soon. And also I shall try, when I have the time to, because right now I'm kind of busy, but I shall try to actually organize my channel and make new playlists, updated ones, because I haven't made playlists since like a few months before, or after my, no, like 2 months after, no, I think like 3 weeks after I actually started uploading daily. And yeah, I started on the 25th of March, which of 2020, but of course I gave up for a month and came back. But as ways, I don't want to waste your time. And also please subscribe to Ratreet, and who Ratreet is actually on my G Ratreet, one of my best friends. He's on 262 subscribers, and also Miniman123. Let's see how he's doing. He's on 251. Let's get him to 300 subscribers, same as Ratreet. And Kazama, my G Kazama, he is on 2.06k subscribers. Let's get him to 3k subscribers by the end of this year. Let's do this. He makes banger videos, and yeah, hope you all enjoyed it. Please take care, stay safe. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, follow Shoker on Instagram, and also join my Discord server. All the links are in the description below. Subscribe to my friends and subscribe to my mates, the really good mates of mine. And yeah, this was the King of Weebs, and peace. My ducklings, you're dismissed. And before we end off, if you got to this of the wife, when you comment down, if you're going to comment down, just comment hashtag end of vid squad. Some people are doing it, and I'm grateful for you guys to watch, for watching the whole entire wife. Anywho, my ducklings, you're dismissed, and peace.